Hey guys, so today I'm going to be presenting you 10 tips to be sub 2 minutes at 4x4. First, I would just like to say that 4x4 is a very fun event if you're really attached to. It's really fun, even though there are parries, it's okay, you know. It's not like a monster tool to learn. If you can focus on it, you can learn very quickly. So, let's begin. So the tip number one is to get a good cube. That means a cube like the ASUS GTS 2M, in my opinion, the best 4x4 in the market. And I heard there is also the ASUS WRM, which is 59 millimeters, just smaller. Because for some people, the ASUS GTS 2 is just a little big, because it measures 61. Personally, I think it's the size for me. It's the perfect one. Because 60 millimeters, my my major finger is like hitting here, and so sometimes it just damages my skin, so that's not great. And this is just the perfect size, and also the performance is just great. Corner cutting is just great, even though it's on a bit tight tension because I don't want it to be super fast. This cube doesn't pop at all. Inner layer, it's always green. So I haven't tried the ASUS WRM, but this in my opinion is the best one. So I really recommend this. And so the next cube I can recommend is the VOC4, just a little cheaper. And there is also standard version, which I don't have. This is the strong magnets. And it's not bad at all. It's 60 millimeters, so it's a bit small. So my fingers hits the plastic bit in between. See, like this. And second thing, it's a little hard to turn. It's a harsh, so sometimes my finger are hurting. So that's not great. But I mean, with the ASUS GTS 2 and the ASUS WRM, this is one of the greatest 4x4. And one that's a little more old, it's the GAN 460. So this cube, the other layers are really good, really fast. I like the magnet capsule. I don't know if you can see here. It's the first GAN puzzle to have GAN magnet slots. Doesn't pop at all. The main problem I have with it is the inner layers. It's a bit stiff, and also it locks up. So the parity algorithms isn't the greatest. As you can see, it locks up. So yeah, these are my recommendations. Tip number 2. So the second tip is to have efficient centers. As you can see, this is quite lucky. I have a good bar here. I have to do the first 2 centers, and I also see that I have the first 2. I have a bar here for the yellow center. So what I'll do is I'll let this clean. I'll do another one, and to not break this one, because this can be helpful to not waste too much time. I'll just do U and YDL. Now it's all the first center, and now the second one, the yellow one. So I can see still easy. I do one edge, and then if you don't know, to insert a pair of the centers, just do wide R. I don't as I'm here, so I'll just do wide L prime, U2 L, wide L, and with the right-handed one is wide R, U2, wide R prime. And there we go. Now you solve the first 2 centers. So here for tip number 2, there is still another example. this one is quite a bit unlucky again. So what I'll do personally is I'll do white R prime to pair this up. So in Yao, the first two centers should always be the centers, at least when you do your cross. So then I solve this these two centers, and then I'll do white R2, U prime, white R2. Like that I can fix the pair that's up because I just messed it up. And then I insert. And for the last one, the white one, I see these two, these three here, and the last one is here. So what I'll do is white U prime, and then white L prime, U2, white L, and then I'll just do like this to put this pair together, and then U2, white L prime, U2, white L prime. And now our first two centers are solved. And tip number 3 is the efficient 3 white or yellow edges. If you're using the Yao method, then after you've done the first two centers, you place 3 edges to form the cross. And so I'll show you how to make it more efficient. And so here, as you can see, we already have the orange white and the orange white right here. And so if I insert it like this, it will not be good because I have to do the algorithm, and that will take too much move since it's a little ridiculous, since all the centers around are not solved. So what I'll do is we'll take it out first, and then I'll rotate, or even if you don't want to rotate, you can do. It's just the finger tricks are less good. And then you put them together. I put them in there. So the next one, where is it? I can see this one here. So what I'll do, I'll put it here in front, because I know if I insert it, it will come like this, and I can pair them together. Don't forget to put the cross in order, so the orange not opposite to the blue. So I'll do a D and then insert the blue. The last one now. I can see the red, white, and then red, white here. So what I'll do is U2, F prime, U, F. And so I'll put them together, do a D prime, and then the cross is done. Tip number 3. So efficient centers, number 2. So Yao, when you're doing the Yao method, so you're always doing like this, the first two centers. One of these has to be your cross, and then you do the 3 first edge pairing for the cross, and then you just do the centers around, do the edge pairing, and then solve it like a 3x3. And I'll show you an example of the for solving the centers. So what I can see here is two centers that I can align very easily. But first I'll see around if there is a solved one that we can break. And so no, this one is here. It's not gonna break if I do this. So the center is not gonna break. So I'll just do white R, U prime, white R. Now the blue center is solved. Now for the second center, I'll choose the green one because there is a bar here. And for this one, I'll go down like this, and then do a U2, and then go up. I'll pair this up here. like this. I'll be up, and then I insert them. We've done the first two centers around the cross. Now I can see a very easy case. Here is the orange and red bar, and the opposite is here. So I'll do this and make sure they are aligned color to color. Orange here, orange, red, red, down here. So I'll do white R2, U2, white R2. Now, after this, always make sure that the color scheme is correct. I'm just gonna bring the solved 3x3, and as you can see, if I put white on top, the blue is correct already, the orange is correct, the green is correct, and the red is correct. So as you finish this, then you finish the centers around, and then you do the last edge cross. So where it is here. And now you've done the cross. Now we go on to the edge pairing. And tip number 4. The efficient edge pairing number 2. Designed for all the edge, not only for the cross. And I'll just show you how I'll do. So first I see this one. Just a reminder, the first edge should always be the one that you fall in front to. And I'm lucky because I already see it's paired over here. So I'm just gonna do, misalign the things. Like that you can do the 3, 2, 3 method. And then I'll not insert it like this because as you can see it will be opposite next to each other. So I'll do this. But instead I'll do that. Now if I do this, it's aligned, so we should continue. What do I see next? What do I see? I can't see the yellow, okay, I can see it now. So, the green yellow is at the back here. Now I'll do U2 to put them aligned. But then I can see if I insert it like this, it will be opposite next to each other. So I'll do U prime, F prime, U, F, and then now we inserted the next one. And so the last one to finish the 3, I can see orange blue here, and then orange blue. So I know if I line it here, it won't go inside because it will be opposite. So I just leave it here. Now I'll directly do this. F prime, U, F. And now we have 3 solved edge pair. So I'm just gonna put them on top. Not every single of them, but at least because then I'll just break them. Then for the 3, 2, 2, I'll try to find easy edge pair. That means here we have orange yellow and orange yellow here. I'll just put it up and then like this. And now I can see this one here. I directly insert it like this. Now it's solved. And now for the last one, what you can do, you don't have to do the 3, 2, 3 again because it's quite complicated since almost all the edges are solved. So what you can do is just do like yourself, do it like this, and then I'll take this one out. Like that, I can solve 2 edges at a time. And yeah. And now, oh no, we're missing one. Okay, wait. Now the edges are solved. So now the last step of the yellow method, the 5th tip, I think. No, the 6th tip. So it's when you have now you have to solve it like a 3x3, and so I'll still give you a tip on this, even though you solve like a 3x3. And so what I recommend you is like when you finish the edge, always track some colored edge that are going to be used for the F12 pairs. As I finished, I directly see this, so I'm just gonna do the pair, and then I'll just continue like this. It's like you look ahead, but for 4x4, as the cube is bigger, so it's a little more complicated. You can also do slow turning if you're really like you don't have, like, how can I say, not really efficient edge. So that's okay. And now when you arrive here, this is the parity algorithm. So I'll just show you how I do it, because I know people do it like this and then they regrip to do like this. This is not a good algorithm. I personally recommend you doing this one. Wide R, U2, wide R, U2, wide R, U2, wide R prime, U2, wide L, U2, wide R prime, U2, wide R, U2, wide R prime, and U2. And now it's solved. Now you just do all and yellow. Tip number 7, the PLL parity. So I know most people do wide R2 and then use. I don't think that's a great algorithm because it requires regrips, and it also makes you lose much more time. So what I do is I use the these slices here. So I do M2, right M2, U2, right M2, wide U2, right M2, U2, wide U2, and then U2. And then faster it goes like this. Much better. So tip number 8, so it's not about the cube, it's about how you solve. So you solve, as 4x4, it's all longer to solve, like not as short as the 3x3. Then some people would just, on the last algorithm, and it's the same thing for the 3x3, will watch it, will look at the timer to see at what time they are. But that's not good, because without realizing you're wasting so much time, and that's what just make you waste time. So tip number 9 is to be patient. So if you're watching this video or other YouTubers tutorial for being sub 2 at 4x4, you're not gonna get sub 2 right away. You have to practice, you have to be patient, and try to apply what me and the people say to get sub 2. And the last tip, of course, is to practice. You won't be sub 2 just by watching this video. You have to practice, of course. Practice the most important thing. You'll have to practice and use what I just showed to you to be sub 2. And I have a last tip for you guys, just because you guys are so nice. Yeah. And so the last tip, this is quite a good tip, is to watch example solves. You can watch the example solve on 3x3 and 4x4 also from Felix and Dave's. You can also do analysis on Parley MaxPark solves. That can give you a great idea of how you can solve the 4x4. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.